Okay, I am on page 756. 756. Right here. Can you find that page? Okay. And I'm going to move a little closer so we can see a little bit. Okay, there we are. Nice and close. Again, we're on 756. There's our 756. Are you there? Okay, I want you to try number 17 by yourself. See if you can read it and figure out what you have to do. Okay? This is a little tricky, so you really have to be careful doing it, okay? Go ahead, pause your video and try it, guys. Okay, did you try it? Okay, now this is a little tricky. Okay, let's read it. Colton and 3 friends want to share a pizza equally. Draw to show how the pizza should be divided. Oops. Okay, we're going to have to stop here for a second because somebody rang my doorbell. Okay, now, I think some of you saw this word 3 and thought, let me cut it into 3 pieces. Pero dice Colton and 3 friends. Un muchacho y 3 amigos. ¿Cuántos en total? 1 y 3 amigos. 1 y 3 amigos quieren decir ¿cuántas personas? 4 personas, porque es una persona y sus 3 amigos. 1 más 3 son 4. Por eso queremos cortarlo en 4 pedazos. How do you cut a pizza in 4 pieces? Well, first you cut it in the middle. Here's the middle, right? First you cut it right across the middle. Where's my ruler? Do I have my ruler here? I don't have my ruler. But I can use this box. Watch this. I'm going to just put my box right there like this. And I'm going to cut it. You don't have to use a box. You can just try. But look how nice straight line I just made. Now, I want to go right in the middle this way. If I go in the middle this way, that should make, look at that, 4 pieces. 4 pedazos. Ahora pueden compartir. Cada niño recibe un pedazo igual. Because that's 1/4. 1/4. 1/4. 1/4. You got that? Cool, huh? Let's read this one. Okay, let's see if we can do this just thinking. There are 2 square pizzas. Okay, how many pizzas? There's 2 pizzas. Each pizza is cut into 4ths. So each pizza is cut kind of like this into 4 parts, right? How many pieces of pizza are there? Well, how many pieces are there in a pizza? 4. But there's 2 square pizzas. So there's going to be 4 and 4. How many pieces is that? Huh? Did you get 8? Listen again. There are 2 square pizzas. Hay 2 pizzas de cuadrados. Each pizza is cut into 4ths. Cada pizza tiene 4 pedazos. How many pieces of pizza? Well, let me just do a quick drawing. They're square, and there's 2 of them. Right? And each pizza is cut into 4ths. Now, you could cut it a square like this. I'm going to cut it like that way. Because it's easier to make pieces that are square. Right? Now, if you do each pizza like this, they're each cut into 4ths. How many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pizzas, right? 8 pieces of pizza. Go ahead, try this one by yourself quickly. Number 19 by yourself. Now it says next to the shapes. That means there might be more than one answer. You don't have to explain it. Okay, let's read. Fill in the bubble next to the shapes that show thirds. Thirds. What are thirds? 3 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3. Are they equal? Yes. This is thirds. 1, 2, 3. No. Why not? Because they're not equal. No son iguales. How about this one? 1, 2, 3. And they are equal. Son iguales. ¿Sí? Está bien. Yes or no? No. ¿Por qué no? No son iguales. There, you can write this. Explain our answer. There must be, we're going to put the number 3. That's easier than writing the word 3. 3 what? 3. You know what word I'm putting? Now you're going to know. What word am I putting? 3 equal pieces. There must be 3 equal pieces. Those are thirds. Those are called thirds. And how do we write a third? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. This is good practice. You writing your fractions is good practice. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. This one's interesting. Do you know how much this is? You don't have to write this, but this to me looks like it's 1/4. Why am I saying it's 1/4? Oh, you can't even see. Why am I saying that's 1/4? 1/4. Watch this. This is 1/2. If I cut it right in the middle, see? 1/4, 1/4. If I cut it. That's why I said that was 1/4. This one's not 1/3 or 1/4. They're too big and too little. Okay, here we go. Draw to show equal parts. Okay, how can you do halves? Halves. How many equal parts? 2. When you're working with a circle, a good thing to do first is try to find the exact middle. Now, halves, you can do any line so long as it goes to the middle. You can make it anywhere. I'm going to make it like this. Even if I go like this, so long as it goes through the middle, half, half. Those are halves. And I'm going to write it. 1/2, 1/2. You write them too. That's good practice to write it. Fourths. Now, can I go like this in the diagonals? Can I do the diagonals? No, because this is not a square. If it was a square, I could do that. If I go like that, I'm going to have these fat, thin triangles and these big triangles. They're not the same. So fourths I can do it this way. Okay, I'm going to start right in the middle. That's about the middle. So I'm going to draw a line in the middle. You don't need this. I'm drawing this to make it look neat, but you don't need to do it. You can do it with your hand. Okay, now I want fourths. So now I got to cut these in half too. Then I'd have 4. I can do it this way, or I can do one in the middle here. I'm going to do one in the middle here. I'm going to do it this way. You don't have to. You can do it whichever way you like. I can't see that well, though, but how's that? Whoop. See, I should have been higher up. That one came out too low. I should have been higher. That's better. My eraser doesn't work. Okay, that should be... I'll make that a big solid line. Okay. Okay, they're fourths, kind of. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Thirds. Now, thirds are the hardest to do. They're really hard to do. You can't make the Y. You can make a Y on a circle, but this isn't a circle. Circles are easier to do thirds. So a third is tricky. Here's the middle. You got to move over from the middle about here. Not in the middle. Move over a little this way. So I'm going to do this line here. Now this other part I'm going to cut right in the middle. Right in the middle of this part to make this the same as this. And then it'll look a little bit like thirds. How's that? That's kind of thirds. By the way, when you want to do thirds, you don't do 3 lines. You do 2 lines, make 3 parts. If you do 3 lines, you're going to end up with 4 parts. You only want 2 lines, and that makes thirds. Okay, try the, oh no, thirds again. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, here's the middle. Move over a little from the middle, but not too far. Okay, this is going to be a third. Now I got to divide this in half, right around there. Thirds are hard to do. See, like this ended up a little too small. They're close though. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Halves. Okay, is this a square? Oh, it doesn't matter. I can do halves. With a square, you can do, put a dot anywhere in the middle. You put a dot in the middle. If you do a line through that dot, it's going to make halves. Even if I do a slanted line, halves are easy to do. Even though this piece might not look like this piece, but it's the same. You just flip it around. This is a half. This is a half. It may not look like a half, but it is pretty close. Fourths. Okay, fourths. Here's my pizza. How do I make fourths? You want to make X fourths? Well, you can make an X fourths, but if you do that, watch what happens. So I'm going to put my, whoop, that was not good line. Here's my first line, right? Wow. Now, I got to take my line and go right in the middle this way. Okay, that's where I want to go for my other one. So I'm going to make like an X here. This is fourth. See, 4 parts. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. 4 parts. Those are fourths. How are you doing on drawing those? This is silly. Okay, this is too easy. I don't like it. We're going to change it. You see this word 1? Cross it out and put a 3 there. And now we have to change this word. Read it. Joe has 3. This says sandwich. What do we want it to say? 3 sandwiches. You need an ES. Put in ES tiny. Okay, and then a period. Now, I want you to read it now with the word 3, not 1. You got rid of that. Read this and try doing it now. We made the problem different. That's how I can tell if you're watching the video. If you're not watching the video, you didn't change the problem. We made it more interesting. Okay, you try it now. Go ahead, pause your video and try it, because that one takes a little time. Boy, this next one's crazy. Okay, if you pause it, you should be done. So let's check it now. Joe has 3 sandwiches. Not 1 sandwich. He has 3 sandwiches. He cuts the sandwiches, you need an ES, into fourths. How many pieces of sandwich does he have now? So he has a sandwich and he cuts it into fourths. Another sandwich, fourths. And another sandwich, fourths. How many pieces is he going to have? Well, each sandwich is 4 pieces, so he's going to have 4 plus 4 plus 4. He's got 3 sandwiches. 3 fours. How much is 3 fours? What's 4 and 4? 8 and 4 more. 9, 10, 11, 12. Did you get 12? Now, you could draw the picture. Here's a sandwich. Here's a sandwich. And here's a sandwich. Right? And he cuts them into fourths. Into fourths. How many pieces does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He has 12 pieces. Pretty easy, right? They want us to do just 1 sandwich. Well, 4, duh, it's fourths. It's 4 pieces and fourths. Okay, Draw 3 rectangles, then draw to show halves, thirds, and fourths. A rectangle. Okay, let's make a rectangle. And we'll go right in the middle. There's halves. Let's do another rectangle. Thirds. Here's the middle. Move over a little. Thirds. One more. I'm not doing too good a job on this, am I? I don't care. Fourths this time. Well, here's the middle. And you can go this way. Here's the middle. Or you could go in the middle like that. I'll go this way. And these are fourths. 1 over 4. 1 over 4. 1 over 4. Did you get those? Write about each hole that you've drawn. Well, what do you want to write? Hi, you're pretty. I like you. There's 3 of you. Oh, I like you. You got 4. That's nice. What do you want to write about them for? What's to write about? They're just a drawing on a piece of paper. Who cares? Who cares? A mí no importa. Anyway, did you draw your pictures on your own? Good job, guys. That's it. What are these all called? They forgot to use the word again. These are all called fractions. Now, the fractions we are working on, where is that word? Fractions. The fractions we are working on are halves, fourths, and thirds. But you can have fifths. Here's fifths. Watch, I'll show you fifths. Those are fifths. 1/5. 1/5. We're not doing fifths. You can even have a sixth. 6 is nice. Suppose you want 6 pieces. You go across like that. You cut pizzas into sixths a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are sixths. 1/6. You can have 1/7. You can have 1/8. You can have ninths. Okay. We'll be learning more about fractions in 3rd grade, right? Okay, that's it for today. What time are we up to? Well, we've done a few different ones here. We're probably up to about 20 minutes. Okay, guys, good job. We will see you tomorrow in class. Bye.